What's up, Ahgutties? Today I'm here at the roller coaster capital of the world, Cedar Point. I haven't been back here for like 7 years. This used to be one of my home parks, as well as Kings Island. Before I moved over to Florida, I used to live here in Ohio, so it's been a while. There's like 18 coasters here. I haven't been on Steel Vengeance, Siren's Curse, Top Thrill 2, so I'm super excited for those. And there's also a lot of other ones that I just never got the chance to ride because I was a little bit younger when we used to come here. Like Gatekeeper, I've never been on that. So I'm gonna get a lot of coaster credits, have so much fun hopefully. And hopefully they have some stuff in like operation and it's not all closed down or something. So here's the Raptor. I don't think I've ever been on it, but it's like an inverted coaster, kind of like the Banshee that I rode a couple of days ago at Kings Island, but it's like 45 minutes. So I'm gonna eat first, and then I might come back and ride it. If not, we'll head to the back of the park and ride some of the other rides, and then come towards the front of the park at the end of the day. I'm here at Hugo's, and I'm probably just gonna get one of the meal plan things, the pasta platter. It looks pretty good. I think it's like $17.50 if you don't have the food pass. But I'm gonna go in for a breadstick first. I'm gonna be completely honest, it is super dry. It feels like I'm gonna get choked when I eat it. It might just be the edges because the inside was a little bit better, but I'd probably give it like a 3.3 out of 10. Next up, I'm gonna give the pasta a chance. Hopefully it's a little bit better. It's Alfredo sauce with like the twisty noodles. I don't know what they're called. That's a lot better. It is a pretty good serving, so if you do have the food pass, it's a lot of food. If you are paying like $17.50 though, I would recommend changing the side because you can change it. I wouldn't get the breadsticks. I think you can get like a salad instead. So if you like that, I would probably recommend it instead. The second breadstick is even worse. So I just finished eating and now I'm just like exploring the park. Raptor's right next to me again, but it was like 45 minutes still, so I'm gonna skip that. I think Wild Mouse is right over here, which is like a Wild Mouse roller coaster, but it said it was closed, so I'm not gonna be able to ride that. Plus Wild Mouse rides aren't my favorite anyway. So I'm gonna try to find a ride that's open. I think Steel Vengeance is like a 30-minute wait, and I'm super excited to ride that because apparently it's one of the best rides in the world. And I love airtime. Airtime's my favorite ride element, and apparently Steel Vengeance has 30 seconds of it. I was walking by and I came across Blue Streak. This is one of the rides I always used to ride when I was little, so I'm gonna try to get on it. Yo, Raptor's like so loud. The weird thing about Blue Streak is the sign is up here, but you have to walk down this little alley to actually enter the line. Oh yes sir, that's what I like to see. 5-minute wait. Holy crap, that ride was rough. It is the oldest ride in the park, so it makes sense. Valraven is running, but I don't think I'm gonna ride it right now. I was thinking of going that way though, but I don't know if it's a dead end or not. So I'm going back towards under Raptor, and then probably just gonna walk through the park, maybe go over to Corkscrew, because apparently that's a 5-minute wait, and maybe ride that because I've never been on it before, but we'll see what we do. I think Top Thrill 2, yeah, it's going up. That looks so fire. I have to ride that. Oh my, Siren's Curse is about to tilt. Let's see if we can catch it, or if it gets stuck and they have to get evacuated, which has actually happened. Oh, and you can see Top Thrill 2 going up the spike. Oh crap. Yeah, that's so fire. I'm riding that. While I was catching Siren's Curse, I didn't even get to mention this. Here's Corkscrew. It's 2 corkscrews right in a row, which is kind of crazy. I forget what this ride is called, but it's one of those rides. I think there's only like 4 left in the world like it, and one of them is at Kings Island, the Bat. I didn't get to ride it, but this one is here. I don't know if I'll ride it today. And then you might be able to see, I think that's Rougarou going down right now. And there's Corkscrew. There's so many coasters everywhere you look. And we've made it to Top Thrill 2 territory. I don't know if I'm gonna get on it right now because I think it said an hour wait, but I feel like I'm saying that with every ride. And it's kind of because I want to get to the back of the park and then work my way forward as the time goes by. Top Thrill 2 is loud, bro. It looks so fire. Like, look at it go up that hill. I bet the airtime up there on the top is crazy. Probably makes you feel like you fling out of your seat. I don't know if you can see it, but Gemini Red Cart is over there. I'm just gonna say It's running perfectly right now. I think I'm just gonna hop in line. The worker said it's 15-minute wait, and I wanna make sure I get on it today, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get on it. I feel like I never get scared on roller coasters these days, and I felt like I might a little bit on Top Thrill 2, but now seeing it in person, this is light work. You're not allowed to have any loose articles though, so I won't be able to film audio or any video while I'm on the ride, but I'm obviously gonna let you know how it is. I used to love the Top Thrill dragster before they tore it down, so riding this is gonna be super fun. There's no way. Bro, that was absolutely goated. That's in my top 5 coasters of all time. The back spike, I kept my arms up the entire ride. But the back spike, I kind of felt like I wanted to hold on, but I didn't. I just kept my arms up. That ride is so good. The only thing I would say is on the very top, I felt like I wanted more airtime and just get like flung out of my seat. And I just didn't get that as much as I wanted. But other than that, this ride is peak. The original Top Thrill dragster was super good, especially the launch, because there was no like first launch, then you go backward, then a second launch. It's just one launch that takes you all the way up the 420-foot hill. But this one has like 3 different launches. So I feel like the first initial launch on Top Thrill dragster is better than Top Thrill 2, but they're both like super good rides. I just finished Top Thrill 2. So now I'm over here at Magnum XL200. It says a 0-minute wait, so this might have to be the next ride. No way, bro. Magnum was absolutely goated. A lot of people say it's super rough. It wasn't like super rough. It was pretty rough though. It obviously is the first hypercoaster, so I think they opened it in like 2000. So it's pretty old, and that makes sense why it would be rough. But the airtime on that is absolutely insane. I love airtime, so I loved that ride. And I kind of forgot how it went since the last time I rode it like 7 years ago. So I think that's an amazing ride. Now that we're done with Magnum, I'm passing by Gemini. It's a racing coaster, like there's 2 tracks and it's wooden, but I think only one of the tracks is running today, the red track. So I probably won't do it, even though sometimes I enjoy racing coasters. But I'll probably skip on this one today. I have a very limited time, only one day, so I want to get the essential rides like Top Thrill 2, obviously I just did that. Magnum's a classic, it was only 5-minute wait. And then like Steel Vengeance, Millennium Force, Maverick, some of those. And kind of just ride like the essential rides instead of all the other like side rides. I'd also like to get on Siren's Curse because that looks epic. Right over here you can see Millennium Force, and then I believe Cedar Creek Mine Train is over there as well. This one right here, I'm pretty sure that's Cedar Creek Mine Train. If not, it's Woodstock Express. I don't know, it's one of the kiddie rides. Here's a better look at the Cedar Creek Mine Train. I think, yeah, it says 15 minutes. I'm still gonna skip it. I'll tell you the game plan. So here's the plan. If you guys come to Cedar Point, you should go to the back first, because the rides back here are usually shorter lines and the rides up front are obviously longer. But now all the rides in the front, like Gatekeeper is 10 minutes, Raptor, the one that we're gonna ride that's 45 minutes, that's now 5 minutes, Rougarou is 5 minutes, and Steel Vengeance and Maverick back here are 75 minutes each. So here's what we're gonna do. Go back to the front, hit up some of those super short walk-on waits, then come back here at night and try to ride those 3 that we want to, which is Maverick, Steel Vengeance, and Millennium Force. So what I've noticed is that everyone rides the rides in the front first, then comes back here and rides everything back here. So when you come, you should go straight to the back, ride all these, and then go to the front when everything's a walk-on. When I used to live in Ohio, Maverick was always my favorite roller coaster here, and here it is. We're gonna ride it later, like I said, but yeah, I can't wait for this one. I feel like it's the best comparison to Velocicoaster. I think it's about to go by. Yeah, the trains are a little bit shorter, or actually a lot shorter than Velocicoaster, but I feel like both rides are pretty similar. It's also similar to Cheetah Hunt over at Busch Gardens, Tampa. Little break to find the goat. Oh look, it's Steel Vengeance. Can I have some milk? Mr. Crab! We're now just exploring like this western area. I remember it a little bit when I was younger, but it's literally just this like full area with not much going on. It's kind of just like a little western town, I guess. If I'm being honest, I haven't seen Millennium Force run any trains today. So it might be like closed. Hopefully it's not and they open it up because I really wanted to get on it, but I don't know. Shrek, is that you? We made it back over to the coasters. Top Throw 2 just went down. There's Rougarou. Here's Millennium Force, and it does look like it's closed today, which really sucks. Siren's Curse is right over here, and then Valraven's back behind it. And here we are at Rougarou. I checked the app and it says it's a 5-minute wait, so I'm gonna have to do this one next. A lot of people say this ride's not the greatest, but I'll see how it goes. I just finished Rougarou, and it was kind of like Kraken over at SeaWorld Orlando. Because it's a floorless coaster, there's not as many inversions on this one, I think 3 or 4, but it was pretty smooth. I heard that it's not the greatest ride, but I personally thought it was pretty fun, especially for a walk-on. There's actually empty seats on the train I went, so I think it's a great ride for how much I waited. I'm now approaching Siren's Curse, the brand new tail coaster, and this thing looks sick. So here's the Iron Dragon. This is the one that's kind of like the bat over at Kings Island, right over there. I think it's a walk-on, so we might have to do it. And then Siren's Curse is right across from it. I believe it's a 75-minute wait. So we might have to ride it when we come back towards the back, because we're right now heading towards the front to just kind of finish all the 5-minute wait walk-on rides. But yeah, once this opens up, or not opens up, but once it gets shorter while we're walking our way back, then we'll probably ride it. And here we are, the Iron Dragon. Just finished up the Iron Dragon. The first half wasn't my favorite, but the second half we were like flinging around. It was actually super fun. So here's the plan. I'm gonna go back to the front of the park, which is pretty much right in front of me at this point. I'm gonna ride the Gatekeeper, then the Raptor. I was thinking about riding Valraven. I don't know if you can see it behind me, but there's Shikra at Busch Gardens, and they feel like pretty much the same ride. So I'm probably gonna skip Valraven today, but who knows, I might hop on it if it's like a 5-minute wait. But after the Raptor, I might go in Corkscrew and then head back to the back, possibly hit Siren's Curse, and then end it off with Maverick and Steel Vengeance. They also have a newer Wild Mouse ride, but I don't really care to ride that. Maybe I will some future trip, but not today. To get to Gatekeeper, which is right back here, you actually have to pass by the boardwalk, and that's something I used to do a ton when I was younger. It's like this water, like beach little area that you can swim in, and then it's also the way to get to the water park, I believe. And then right over here, there's the Wild Mouse ride I was talking about. The music is blasting, but I think they're actually evacuating people off the Wild Mouse right now. I made it to Gatekeeper, and it said 5 minutes, but this is not 5 minutes. I might come back, but I probably am not gonna be riding this today. I came back into the place where I ate earlier, and I'm checking the wait times. Steel Vengeance is 30 minutes now. Maverick is 45, Siren's Curse is 45, Raptor's 5, Rougarou is still 5, the Iron Dragon's still 5, Top Throw 2 is 45, Valraven's 10 minutes. I wasn't planning to do Valraven, but if I'm not able to do Gatekeeper, Valraven's a possibility. But yeah, I'm probably gonna ride Raptor. And also, what's it called? Let me find it. The Corkscrew is 5 minutes. So a lot of the wait times went down. Hopefully we can get some more done. The park does close at 8 and it's 4:26. So we'll see how much we can get done. But I for sure want to do Maverick and Steel Vengeance and possibly Siren's Curse. So next stop is going to be the Raptor. I'm super glad I skipped it earlier when it was a 45-minute wait, because now it's a 5-minute wait. So hopefully it's a walk-on, I can get on it really quick. I just finished up Raptor. It was a pretty fun inverted coaster. I did get the 6th row out of 8, so I wasn't really able to see a lot of the ride elements while we were doing them. It was kind of like a blind ride, I guess. And it was probably the most intense ride I've been on today. But now I'm going back over to Siren's Curse because it's a 35-minute wait, and I think that's a good value for how much you're waiting. After I'm done with Siren's Curse, I might come back over here and ride Valraven or Corkscrew or even Gatekeeper if it does come down to a lower weight. And then end the night off with, I've pretty much said this like 15 times at this point, but I want to end the night off with Steel Vengeance and Maverick, and I'll probably have Steel Vengeance as my last ride of the night because save the best for last, you know? Quick little jog back over to Siren's Curse. I think it's about to tilt. It says 35-minute wait. That's crazy. And it drops. Yes, please. Into a locker you go. So I just waited in line for Siren's Curse for like 55 minutes and it ended up breaking down. So I just wasted 55 full minutes of something else that I could have done. So that sucks. But now I'm probably just gonna go over to the beach area because that's where my family is. And then hopefully we can head back to Maverick and Steel Vengeance and hopefully ride those. I'm walking into this place, I think it's called Grand Pavilion. Yeah, right here. It's right behind the Ferris wheel and then Wild Mouse is over there. I ended up just coming out behind the place I was just talking about because there's a full beach and I used to like come out here and swim and stuff. So I wanted to check it out once again and kind of show you what you can do if you come here to Cedar Point. If you bring your bathing suits, you can swim in this water for free. And they also have some hotels you can stay at if you like. And it's also the way to get back to the water park. After this, we're probably just gonna head over to the back of the park. We don't have a ton more time here. This is also the only day we're gonna be here and it's not even a full day. So Siren's Curse closing down, that took like over an hour and it just closed down. So that's a bummer. Maybe they'll end up opening it back up and I can hop on it before I leave here today, but who knows? The doors behind me is where you go to the beach and you can come into this hotel and even stay here. And there's like these horses and stuff. I think they're playing Shrek, which is kind of funny. But yeah, if you want to come here, even if you're not staying here, you can just walk in. There's a Starbucks, places to sit. And it's something that I always used to do with my family when we used to come to Cedar Point. And it's pretty cool. There's a Perkins in here as well, like a full restaurant, which is pretty cool. They also have a Thank God It's Fridays over on this little boardwalk area. And then this is the entrance of the hotel. The Starbucks is right over there. And then you walk down the hallway and I was in the lobby. Next ride is the Windseeker. This is easily the scariest ride in the park. I don't care what any of you guys say. Well, here we go. They were blasting the ET theme song on that ride. And that is the only reason why it's not the worst ride I've ever been on. That is way too scary. At a certain point, I looked down. I should not have looked down. I went on Top Thrill 2 today, which is like over 100 feet taller than this, but that's just a quick little like roller coaster. This thing swings you around and I decided to make my way back towards the back of the park to go on the two rides I've been talking about, anticipating the most, Maverick and Steel Vengeance. I think the park would be closed by the time I ride those two, but maybe I can squeeze one more in after those two. I also need to eat because I haven't since like the Alfredo noodles from noon and it's already like 7 something. I've officially made it into Frontierland. Maverick just went by. You can see Steel Vengeance back there. And they also have one of those swing rides, like the big swings that go back and forth. They have one of those in Busch Gardens, Tampa as well. I'm looking for a place to eat before I hop in line for Maverick. And I found this place called Frontier Inn. So we're gonna check out what they have and see if we can get anything here. Never mind, it's closed. They close a full hour before the park even closes. I don't know why they do that. Maybe Big Creek Farm has something to eat? The Farmhouse Kitchen and Grill. Let's see if they have anything. I ended up getting, you guessed it, chicken tenders. What's a Xavier Does Parks video without a chicken tender? So let's give it a try. They look actually pretty good.
If I get a horse, I'm maybe in.
They taste like Chicken Guy at Disney Springs, and that's my favorite Disney chicken tender, so off to a good start. Next, let's go in for the biscuit. A little bit dry, could have a little bit more moisture, but it's not terrible. I also got some mac and cheese, so let's go in for a bite of that. That's really good. This place is kind of fire. I just finished eating, so now I'm heading over to the Maverick line. Hopefully I can finish it and then get on Steel Vengeance because the park closes in less than an hour. We have made it to Maverick. The park closes in 44 minutes. This is a 30-minute wait, so hopefully we can finish it and run right over to Steel Vengeance to end off the night. If this is any longer than it says, I'm ditching it and running over to Steel Vengeance because I'm not missing Steel Vengeance. I've never been on that. So many people say it's one of the best roller coasters of all time. And this I've already been on. I love this coaster, but like, I need to get on Steel Vengeance. We're already pretty much at the docking station and it's only 7:35. We got this in the bag. There's one of the trains, and then you can see Steel Vengeance back there. I cannot wait. We made it with time to spare. Let's go. So first of all, they're operating 5 trains at once, which is crazy because that's a lot of trains per hour. But at the same time, there is, I think, 8 people per train, so it kind of makes sense why they need to run more than like 2 or 3, which are what usual rides do. Second of all, that ride's amazing. I think the biggest limitation is the restraints and the seating. If it had like Velocicoaster style restraints, I think it would be one of the best roller coasters of all time because that is an amazing ride. The restraints just don't do it for me. I'm like 6'1.5" and it just wasn't it. Third of all, we have 11 minutes to get to Steel Vengeance, which is super easy. It's literally right across the street. I can't wait. My brother-in-law Mason said that Maverick is his favorite roller coaster of all time, and he was wondering my opinion on if Velocicoaster is better or Maverick. And I'm gonna have to go Velocicoaster because as good as Maverick is, the restraints, for me at least, just weren't it. It's a super uncomfortable seat, plus it's like those restraints where it's super hard on your like neck area, or like right here. So I'm gonna have to go Velocicoaster, but this is still an amazing ride. Let's go. About 7 or 8 years ago, I got in line for this for the first time, and they said that it was closing like probably 3 trains ahead of me. So I never got to ride it, but I'm back, ready to ride it. I am so excited.
Pull it down.
He said this ride changed his life.
I am a new man. I am a new man.
He's a new man.
Be a new man. Everyone be a new man. Get on this ride.
I'm gonna be a new man. Well, that was an amazing ride. It lives up to the hype. I feel like it was teasing towards something and it didn't really execute what it was teasing towards. Like it was a lot of little repetitive hills, and I feel like it could have been a teeny bit more, but other than that, that's an amazing ride. It was super smooth. It was great. Overall rating, 9.9. I forgot to mention, but the restraints are super good. It's not like something that hurts you right here. It's more of just like a lap bar, and there's also a seat belt. I don't want to get ahead of myself because that's my only ride experience on there, and that was my first ride experience, and there was a lot of anticipation going up towards the ride. So I don't want to say it's like the best ride I've ever been on, but that was up there. For sure top 5. I just don't know where it places yet. But Emilio's opinion, what do you think it's rated?
It's number 1 in my opinion, bro.
Number 1. He's never been to Velocicoaster, which is up there. Hagrid's, Guardians. He has been on some of the Busch Gardens and stuff. Like he's been on Gwazi,
Yep.
And he's also been on all the rides pretty much that I've done today. And a couple days ago we went to Kings Island, and he has this at number 1. What's number 2? The Beast?
The Beast, bro.
The Beast was peak. Now I'm here with my sister, which has been on all those Disney rides pretty much, Universal rides, and she's gonna give her opinion on Steel Vengeance and kind of where it ranks for her list.
Okay, so I feel like it was super unique, it was super long, and it felt like you were getting jerked out of your seat, but like still secure.
30 seconds of airtime.
It just kept going. Like there kept being more inversions, but I think my favorite part about it was that you were actually like inverting inside of the wooden roller coaster. Like you were under and like through.
There was one where it felt like you were just floating the entire inversion.
But the people, we were in the 2nd row, and then they were in the 3rd. But the person right in front of us in the very 1st row had bugs on their face, like a car on the highway. It was so funny.
I'm making my way towards the exit of the park, but if you can see here, Millennium Force, it was closed the whole day. I really wanted to ride it because it was one of my favorites when I used to come here, but they never opened it back up. I also didn't get to do Gatekeeper, Valraven, or Siren's Curse. So just another excuse to come back, you know? I don't have any specific dates that I'm gonna be coming back here, but I'm sure I will eventually. Oh, there's that stupid ride that wasn't open the whole day. If you guys think I should come back, let me know in the comments, because I wanna make content that you guys wanna watch. Obviously, I live in Florida, so it's not like I can just come here whenever. But if you guys do want me to come back and visit, and also Kings Island, I did the video there, and just revisit those parks again, let me know. With all that being said, I had a great visit here. I do think Siren's Curse kind of screwed me over, because I probably would have been able to ride that, Gatekeeper and Corkscrew, and the amount of time I wasted waiting in that, and then they just opened it pretty much right when I left. So that really sucks. So I do need to come back and ride that. But other than that, I had a great day, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to watch a video where I visited Kings Island, you can click right here, but I'm gonna wrap the video up here. I had a great day here. I hope you enjoyed the video. And with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Like and subscribe perhaps?